You're listening to Swish Edition.com.
That's a classic. I like that one.
It is.
That's old school.
Oh, it is old school, but that's not how we start the show. Look, take two. Hey, Dale.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So what are you thankful for this year?
Heat today.
It's getting a little chilly.
Man, it's windy.
I know. Start the show.
The global pop culture phenomenon. Swish Edition with Dell and Scott. Coast to coast. Downloaded in 140 countries every week. This is the Swish Edition.
All over the world they're talking about it. All over the world.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Break it down. Get swishy with it. Swish Edition.
System activate.
To the world. This is the Swish Edition.
An international sensation.
Downloaded in 140 countries. Every damn week. The Swish Edition. The Swish Edition. The Swish Edition.
You're listening to the Swish Edition.
Crazy, right?
It's weird.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Number 300.
Is it really?
This is our 300th episode of the Swish Edition.
I feel it.
And today is November 24th, 2020. F 2020. F it. There's a song. Who sings that F 2020 song?
I don't know, but if you go on Amazon, you can find the 2020 holiday gift tags.
Oh, that's
I
right.
Get my words together.
Yes.
They're
that
really
have
funny.
different kind of sayings that are correspond with
the only
this
one
year.
I can remember is it's a to and from sticker that says 2020 was elfed up.
It was elfed up. It certainly was, and hopefully we're coming up to the last month of the year very quickly, and hopefully it won't be elfed up.
Right.
I'm hoping that maybe it's our salvation month, right?
Maybe.
I mean, things are shutting down. Vegas is shut down. Their restaurants are now, but restaurants, bars, and casinos are at 25% capacity. Delaware, I hear. I don't know who lives in Delaware, but 30% there. Everything is starting to get really
it's getting crazy, man.
elfed up. So 300 episodes, over 10 years. However, we haven't been doing the show for 10 years. We took that big long break in the middle, but we're back. We're back. So, it's almost Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is 2 days away, and people are getting ready, starting to think about it, taking their turkey out of the freezer,
right?
Which is something I actually need to do when we're done taping the show.
Yeah, I came across a little picture chart that
Yes.
said how big your turkey is when you should take it from the freezer to the fridge.
Exactly. I posted that on Facebook, so
Yeah.
maybe you saw it
Oh, I know.
from me.
I saw this
Independently of me.
like on the Washington Post. Or
Imagine that. Anyway, the USDA is warning people not to thaw their turkey in unconventional ways. They literally put out
It makes you sad for America knowing that they have to put this out there.
oh my God, believe me, there's a lot of idiots out there. They said, please do not thaw your turkey on the back porch or in the dishwasher. Who in their right mind would put their frozen turkey in the dishwasher to defrost it?
I don't know. That's a thought that would have never even occurred to me.
Now, the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to put it from the freezer into the refrigerator several days ahead of time based
and
on
slowly
the chart.
thaw it.
The other way that you can do it is to put it in the sink full of cold water and change the water every 30 minutes. That's what the USDA recommends. They also said, and I looked it up, and because I didn't believe it, you can also put the turkey right from the freezer into the oven and cook it from the frozen state.
Oh.
But it's going to take a hell of a lot longer.
I imagine.
Can you imagine?
At least several hours longer, probably.
Right. I mean, that's crazy.
Because it's so.
Plus, you need to
so hard on the inside.
So you need to prep it, right? So
I would imagine it would taste different.
I think it would taste like poo on a stick. Also, please don't microwave your turkey. That's not a good idea.
For one, who has a microwave big enough?
I know, right? Oh my goodness. Well, we just have a turkey breast this year. It has no bones or anything, so it's just gonna be us.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about Dolly Parton this week. More reasons than one. The first one that we're going to talk about on the show is it was revealed that she donated $1 million towards the vaccine development at Vanderbilt University. So that's kind of fun.
Nice.
So she is a true philanthropist, isn't she?
Yeah.
Apparently, she did this because she's friends with one of the professors and scientists there at Vanderbilt. He is the one who treated her after her car crash in 2013. I didn't even know that Dolly was in a car crash.
I had no idea.
I wonder if it was a car crash or
News to me.
or a bus. You know,
Oh.
Gloria Estefan was in a tour bus accident and broke her back. Remember
Right.
that?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Dolly doesn't fly. She travels all over the country in a
the
bus.
thing with those is if you're just kind of hanging out in the back, there's nothing really to hold you in place.
Yeah, there were some seatbelts in our RV.
Just on the, but like not in the bed. But I guess maybe you're not supposed to be back
You're not supposed to be in the bed while you're going down the street, I guess.
Yeah.
But Dolly also, I mean, she's amazing. She gave $9 million to the people who live in Gatlinburg, Texas, when all those fires ravished that part of the country. Is that a different country? Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Tennis.
Can I talk today?
No.
$9 million she gave. And also she's given over 133 million books to children as part of her reading program.
I had no idea about Dolly Parton.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's probably one of the saints of our time.
Yeah.
I think. She'll go down in history for
And we watched the Christmas on the Square with Dolly Parton.
Please don't get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's coming up later in the show.
Gotcha.
You know, if Dale would read the script before we sat down to do it, he wouldn't have ruined it.
Gotcha.
All right, so Dale and I had a laugh the other night because we're watching TV, just minding our own business, and a Bass Pro Shop commercial comes on the TV. This is fucking hilarious, and it's basically, I wrote on the script here, sign of the times, right?
The times.
So they're advertising the fact that they have Santa Claus in their shops, Bass Pro Shops. You can go visit him. Kids can go get their picture taken with him. He's in a fucking plexiglass box. Santa in a box. I mean, what does it come to?
But look at the job that he has. You don't want to touch all those kids.
I agree. It's probably a year that Santa needs to just take off. And
I don't know. I mean, I think they could have did a better job. Instead of putting him in just a box, why couldn't they put him in like a round thing and kind of make it like a snow globe?
Right. That would have been much better.
Yeah.
And then had like the snow blowing around him
Something.
inside.
Yeah.
But he was literally in a plexiglass 4-sided box, and kids were just kneeling in front of it to get their picture taken. It's just
so funny,
so fucking sad. I mean, I'm so glad I'm not a kid in 2020 because I think kids probably got the short end of the stick in this. Really,
yeah. If you think about it,
they can't play with their friends.
And look at like seniors in high school and
Yeah.
stuff like that, not being able to have a traditional last year. I remember my senior year in high school, and it was a big deal to be a senior in high school.
Well, now it's not only the seniors that were supposed to graduate in 2020, but now the incoming seniors that are graduating in 2021. They're not going to have homecoming. They're not going to have football games. They're not going to have all that great stuff that senior year is all about.
Right.
Fuck. F 2020.
F 2020.
This is great. You talked about this just the other day, about these flights to nowhere.
Yeah.
On a recent episode. So Taiwan's Eva, is it Eva Air or Eva Air?
Eva.
They're doing flights to nowhere for singles. They're doing one on Christmas Day, one on New Year's Eve, and one on New Year's Day. They're called love flights. They're capping them at 40 people. It costs $249. And you have to be in either your 20s or your 30s to even get on this. I guess they don't believe that people in their 40s and 50s and up can be single.
Yeah, you just see some creepy people once you get up there.
Right. desperate older people without mates. Anyway, the flights include dinner and a cocktail on the ground afterwards. So I don't know why they can't eat and drink. I guess they have to wear their masks on the flight. But they go up there, they go nowhere, and then they come down and then they have their date. Why? I don't know.
Sounds weird to me.
I mean, there's other ways you could do speed dating or without having to fly around South China Sea
Right.
for an hour and a half for no friggin' reason.
I don't want to do it.
No, I don't want to
No.
do it either. But you're not single either, so why would you go?
Flying's awful, and the only way you do it is because you know you're going to get somewhere great, hopefully.
But there are people who love it, and there are people who just are. Their whole favorite thing in the world is just to fly somewhere, even if they're not. They just get there and then they turn around and come back. They just love the whole process of it.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's
crazy.
It's a horrible way to travel.
People also like puzzles. You know, like putting puzzles together.
I think trains are the best way to travel, and we could do better
If we had a better train system in this
exactly.
country.
That's the best way to travel.
I agree. Well, when I finally get to take you to Europe, you'll see what trains are really all about.
Yeah.
Man, that train from London to Paris is pretty special. The Oxford Dictionary announced their words for 2020. They usually only announce one word, but I guess they decided that there were so many words this year that they just had to do 12.
Right.
Because this year is just so effed up. I guess that's the whole theme of our episode.
Yeah. I think Google also releases like their searches at like next year for
For
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
What the number one things.
All right.
Do masks really work? Can I thaw my turkey in the dishwasher? Here are the words, and they're all bullshit. I mean, you guys already know them. So it's bushfires, acquittal, COVID-19, lockdown, social distancing, reopening, Black Lives Matter, cancel culture, mail-in, and super spreaders.
Pretty obvious.
I mean, there's the whole friggin' year in a nutshell, right? Crazy. Thank you, Oxford Dictionary. And, you know, a word, Black Lives Matter is not a word. That's 3 words. That's a phrase.
Right.
Right? I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, but they put them out. They're getting some advertising for their dictionary, and everybody covered it. You know?
Right.
I was on the local news this morning.
Sell more dictionaries.
Right. So this is not super timely because it came out literally last Tuesday, but it was after press time, after we put our show to bed, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But People Magazine came out with their annual Sexiest Man Alive
Oh, I saw this.
for 2020. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have a separate printout for you, a handout deal. Mm-hmm. This is a list of all the sexiest People Magazine guys since the beginning, when they first started doing it in 1985, when I was 15. So this year, it is actor Michael B. Jordan. He is the 3rd African-American to be named sexiest man alive in a row. After, let's see here, John Legend last year and Idris Elba the year before that. So it's been 3 black guys in a row, which is interesting because of all the guys since 1985, there's only been 4 black guys. Denzel Washington was named back in 1996.
Jeez.
So most of them are white guys. So people like their white guys, but they're going black lately. Interestingly, the first guy who ever got it was Mel Gibson in 1985.
That was crazy.
Yeah, he was 29 at the time. Yeah, he's not 29 anymore. The one that surprised me on this list was Mark Harmon, who was named in 1996. He's the highest paid actor right now. 86. Sean Connery was the oldest at 59. Some interesting people. Harrison Ford in his 50s was named. Brad Pitt when he was 31. That makes sense. George Clooney.
And again, when he was 36.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was named twice. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
He may be the only one that's been named twice.
No, there's little numbers next to these people.
Yeah.
I think Richard Gere is 2.
Oh, George Clooney twice.
Right.
Johnny Depp twice. Okay, I see now. Interesting. So this year it's Michael B. Jordan. I don't even know what he's on. Is he on a TV show or is it movies or
movies? He did the boxing movie. What was that called? Creed.
Okay.
He was in that Black Panther movie. He's in a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Well, here's my problem with this list is that they're all wrong. They've gotten it wrong for all these years. It should be Ricky Martin.
For every single year.
It should be Ricky Martin every single year.
You are disgusting.
Some of the other people that were named this year as honorable mentions, Chris Evans, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, who else? Maluma, that Colombian singer.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Pascal, who is the Mandalorian.
That's right.
He didn't get it for the Mandalorian because we only see his face like for 10 seconds.
We've only ever seen it once in the first season.
That's right.
So far.
He did lift up his mask to drink some soup on this last episode.
Yeah.
But we only saw his mouth. Brad Pitt was also named again as a runner-up. Chris Rock, Paul Rudd, some other people, I don't know.
I love that Steve Kornacki was on there.
That's crazy. He's a MSNBC journalist. He is not sexy in the least, so I'm not sure why he got it. That's crazy. But it should be Ricky Martin. It should always be Ricky Martin.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, listen to this. Listen to this.
Welcome to the master bedroom. This is where we talk about our dreams and we make them happen.
That was Ricky giving a tour to Architectural Digest of his house.
Oh.
So Dale, you know, this is our 300th episode, like I said at the top of the show, and there's been no one on the show more often than our very good friend, drag superstar Sherry Vine, and Sherry's with us right now.
Hi, Sherry.
Oh my God, hi.
How are
One
you?
Episode for every year I've been alive.
I know, isn't that amazing? Let's start with...
I can't believe it, 300. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, we have been doing this for 10 years, and I think you were on in the very first year, but now the only reason we have only 300 episodes is because we took like a 5-year break in there. So we haven't been doing it consistently, but we have been back for 2 years. So we're so thrilled that you're here. Thank you.
I'm glad. I used to look forward to it, going to Cobalt and then running over to do the podcast, and then running back to drink. Like, yeah.
What's so fun is we had you on the show in D.C. several times. We had you on the show in New York City. We had you on the show in the Caribbean on a cruise ship.
Caribbean, right.
Right.
And then I think, didn't we also did Europe on the Atlantis cruise? So we've been all over the world with you.
Isn't that crazy?
It's very crazy.
And I'm pretty sure it was 10 years ago the first time I did the podcast, which is insane.
I know. It really is insane. I can't believe we're all still alive.
I know. I mean, 10 years flies by.
It really does. Now, tell us about this. Now, I don't think we've talked about this on the show. You made a very big move right before the pandemic. You moved from New York to Los Angeles. How did that come about, and how's it been for you?
Well, you know, honestly, I've been threatening to move there for like 6 years. Ever since Jackie and I we started doing the Golden Girls Live, and then that spun off into doing other shows. Like we did Three's Company, Who's the Boss, Designing Women. And so we have like a little theater company, and we started writing shows for other queens, and we have projects that we do together and things we do separately, like her Dr. Jackie, which is a show we're trying to sell, which I'll be a producer and have a small part, but that's her thing. And then we just started filming, I'm finally allowed to talk about it, the Sherry Vine Variety Show. I did She's Living for This for Here TV, and this is just a different version of a variety show, but it's called the Sherry Vine Variety Show. It's for Out TV, and she's involved. Jackie's in every episode, but that's my baby. So after talking about it for so long, I was just like, you know what? I just want to shake things up a little bit. I love New York City. I was there for 25 years. And I was like, let me just finally do it. And I did. And I love it. I mean, honestly, I loved it before the pandemic. But I also have to say that if I had to be quarantined, it was definitely a lot easier to be quarantined in LA than New York City.
And you've been quarantined with just a wonderful roommate who has been your cameraman, your production assistant. Tell us about Mario.
Oh my God, Mario is amazing. Mario's just like, can you do this? Sure. Oh, I need a clown. Okay. I mean, so much fun. And, before the pandemic, I traveled I literally would fly 100,000 miles or more a year. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And
Yeah.
and now I have not flown since March. So it's crazy. But so I didn't even get to see him a lot. I'd only be home for a day here, 2 days there. And unless we were doing a show or something, he was usually in the shows. So during this whole stay at home, it's just been really great to have someone that's such a good friend. And we both work very hard during the day on stuff and try to be creative and work out and all of that. And then, honey, the minute that sun goes down, it's like wine time.
Oh, yes. Now, do you think that you've probably produced and recorded more stuff in 2020 than ever before?
No, but definitely the most in a long time. Because certainly like 2009, 10, and 11, I was cranking out so many video parodies.
Yeah.
But then I kind of was like, okay, that chapter's done. I'm moving to LA. I'm going to do something different. And it wasn't until the pandemic started that I was like, oh, well, I need to do something fun and creative just to keep myself sane. And that's when I started kind of cranking out more parodies.
And then you've been doing these live events, some of them free, some of them with tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of reinventing the wheel as you go, right?
Yeah, I keep saying like you have to, I feel like I've been doing this for 30 years now. And so I think I've become pretty on top of it in terms of evolving and what's the word I was looking for it? Like you have to evolve and adapt. So I'm pretty good at evolving and adapting. And that's just another instance. I mean, at first I was doing all these online shows for free or for various charities because in my mind, the pandemic was just going to be a couple of months.
Right.
And then when I realized, oh, it's not, I was like, I need to do one of these for me, honey, because she's got to pay rent. But I've been very lucky to kind of evolve and adapt and do these shows and some other projects. I mean, we have been filming all of November for the variety show, and that's just been a lot of work and so much fun. And so I'm super excited.
I mean, you're probably, the hardest working. I mean, you definitely get up every day and figure out how to do it and make it work in the middle of this craziness. But what about all those queens who make their bucks, make their living at all of the wonderful drag bars and places all over the country? How are they surviving this?
A lot of them, not a lot, I shouldn't say that a lot, but some I know have had to like move home or move out of the city, and everyone else is just getting that unemployment check. So it's like I said, I feel very blessed to have been able to keep busy and generate. Like I'm not saving any money, of course. I'm literally getting just enough to like, oop, that's all I need for this month. You know what I mean?
Right.
But luckily, that's a blessing because I'm not draining my savings.
Now,
But, I went legit like 12 years ago when I started Turn Sherry Vine Inc. into, a company. And so I have to be very by the book and I pay all my taxes and doodly do. So I was able to get a bit more from unemployment than I would have if this had happened 15 years ago when everything was off the book.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of DJ friends who are like in a really hard place,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't get that unemployment.
Yeah, really tough. All right, we've got to talk about this because this was maybe one of the highlights of your year. You tell us.
Great.
Supermarket sweep. How did that come about? Tell us the story.
Oh my God, you can't even imagine how many virtual auditions and stuff we did. I mean, it was a lot. It was like at one point Jackie and I looked at each other like, girl, come on. But it was supposed to shoot in March. We had our first, I say, quote unquote audition in November of 2019.
Wow.
So literally a year ago. Yeah. And because I remember we were in Palm Springs doing a show and it was the beginning of November. And then it was supposed to shoot. We kind of did several Skype things and blah, blah, blah. And then they never say you're definitely cast. They just say you might be cast. And so I think they do that so that they can get out of it if they want to at the last minute.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was supposed to be in March, and then they said, oh, we're putting it on hold. And then they were like, oh, we can do it in July. And then they're like, oh, we have to wait more. And then finally we got this call, literally like, okay, tomorrow you have to go here to get your COVID test, and we're shooting it on Saturday. We're like, oh, okay.
Wow.
And, oh my God, it was fun.
It looked a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Is there an?
It was stupid fun.
There's no audience for that show, is there?
No.
And is that?
And they really, because of COVID, they really had it pared down.
Yeah.
Usually, I think if you watch even this season, if you watch the first couple of episodes, there's staff that, quote unquote, work. Like there's a coffee barista, there's the person in the floral section, there's more employees, and they were all gone.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I did notice on yours that the coffee barista was missing.
Yeah.
So
they were real strict.
I guess I should back up a second and tell people if they don't know what we're talking about. Supermarket Sweep is a new a reboot of the classic game show. It's on ABC in prime time. I think it's airing on Sunday nights. Is that right?
It's on Sunday nights, and I think if people missed our episode, you can still see it on ABC.com or Hulu, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you remember the episode number?
No.
It was like the third, the third or fourth.
Yeah, you were very early on. Yeah.
No, but here, should we give it away? Because I think we have to talk about this.
We have to, because even the earlier shows, I've never seen anything like this happen where has there ever been a tie before?
I mean, you
They
basically
said it was their first tie.
Yeah.
They said it was the first time.
And you lost by how many cents?
18.
Motherfucker.
That's crazy.
18 cents, honey.
Oh my God.
You guys were so funny, and Jackie knew all the fucking answers. She was so good.
Look, yeah. She definitely was the brains, because I was like, okay, you get the time, and Mama, I will run.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah, she did so great.
Yeah.
And that's not a real grocery store, right? That's just a set?
It's a set, but you would be, amazed. It's massive, and it looks and feels like a real huge, enormous grocery store.
Like
it was massive.
Like when you were putting the meats in your cart, were they real meats?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
It's all real, and the beautiful thing is, and I did love this about that all that anything perishable is donated right after that show to charity.
Oh,
so they don't throw stuff that's not wasted.
Nice.
That's really good to know, because I was thinking every time I watch the show, I'm thinking their grocery budget must just be through the fucking roof.
Yeah, they give everything to charity, which is really, really cool.
Nice. They probably spent more on the meat than they did on you.
For sure. There's no second prize, okay? There's no second place prize.
That's so funny. Well, it was wonderful to see you. What a great,
it was funny, and I think people
great
needed
exposure.
that kind of a laugh. And oh my God, it was massive on social media. It just like blew up, and people like really laughed. My parents even loved it. And
well, there's your next endeavor. You should create the next game show with GAY in big letters.
I think that they're ready. I mean, it was such a big hit that maybe someone will be like, oh, we need to do this more often or something.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, you can certainly tell that she liked you guys a lot.
She was amazed. I mean, that was a surprise. She was legitimately did not know about it.
Yeah.
And she is a producer on the show. And they said, this is going to be a surprise, that we weren't allowed to talk about it, or post or anything. And Leslie loves drag, and she freaked out when we walked out.
Oh, that's so fun.
She definitely enjoyed you guys being there. You could tell.
Oh, she was so living for it and loving. I was like, oh God, if we win, people are going to say it was rigged in our favor. So, and then I shot an episode of Station 19, which airs Thursday, December 3rd. That's the Grey's Anatomy spinoff.
Oh,
that's cool. What do you
totally? That's the biggest thing I've ever done TV wise.
Yeah,
for sure.
What do you play in that?
A drag queen whose apartment's on fire.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, no.
I love it. Well,
we're gonna set our DVRs.
I know. I just wrote that down. That is going to be very cool.
Yeah, me, Shangela, and Foxy are the guest stars, and it was really fun. It was really intense too, because we had to get a COVID test before we went in for the fittings, and we had to get a COVID test literally every every other day for a week because we had one rehearsal and then 3 days of filming. I got tested 4 times.
Holy moly. And is that the up the
So
nose thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're very serious.
Wow. Well, and as they
But
should
so
be,
fun.
right?
Yeah.
Especially
Of
now.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
So, even for like, for the variety show, which we started filming this month, we don't have a budget like that, but we have to have a COVID coordinator and everyone has to get tested. And it's, you have to follow this protocol.
Wow. So do you have a date yet for the new variety show?
Hopefully April.
Oh my God, I'm really looking forward to that.
That's going to be great,
It's going to
Sherry.
be super cool.
Cannot wait. You are the busiest person out there, and we want everyone to go to sherryvine.com to find out what you've got going on. Thank you so much for being with us, and
Yeah.
we will talk to you soon.
On our 600th episode.
That's right. Scream 5. We've been talking about this, Dale. Scream 5 finally has a title. Guess what it is? It's just Scream.
Scream.
Which was what Scream 1 was.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they're not very inventive over there at Scream headquarters.
But it's in all capital letters.
It is in all caps, and it's coming January 14th, 2022.
Oh.
Yeah, so we've got a
long ways.
14 months to wait for that one.
Yeah.
All right, this is we're getting into streaming news now. This is Dale's neck of the woods. The Queen's Gambit. This is surprising, and we haven't checked this out yet.
No, not yet.
I mean, you've seen the trailer.
Seen the trailers, and it's getting lots and lots of talks on the social medias.
It's Netflix's biggest hit to date with 62 million views.
That's huge.
In the first month that they released it.
Yeah.
It's unheard of.
It's crazy.
Nobody watches that much of anything. It must be really good.
Yeah, we're going to have to check it out. Put it on the list. I mean, I don't know when we're going to watch it, but...
I know, because we're in the middle of so many things, but yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to check
it
out.
It's got to go on our list.
Yeah. Some other streaming news. Conan O'Brien is leaving his TBS late night talk show as of June 2021. He's moving to HBO Max, Dale, to do a variety show every week.
It could be interesting.
There's no details on what it's going to look like, or
None.
if there's going to be a supporting cast. Or
I haven't been able to find anything on it. Well, because it's too soon. It doesn't come out for quite a while.
Yeah, it's like 6-7 months away.
Yeah.
There's his dog. It's funny. Conan said in 1993, Johnny Carson gave me the best advice of my career. He said, as soon as possible, get into streaming platform. Which is funny because in 1993, there was no streaming platforms.
Right.
So Johnny Carson didn't say that. Anyway.
No, we didn't.
No. So Conan's been on the air in late night for 28 years.
Yeah.
So
you don't like him.
I don't hate him. I think he's gotten the short end of the stick because he was kind of fucked over by...
I think he's one of the better ones. His skits are the best.
Yeah, but he was fucked over by NBC because...
Well, yeah, that's why he's at TBS now.
Right. And he deserved better. And TBS also cut him from 1 hour to a half an hour. He's only a half an hour.
Yeah.
4 times a week. So
I just don't think he's just not on the right network for what he wants to do. So maybe this would be better.
I think it's better.
And it'd be a first late night where you can pretty much kind of say and do what you want.
Yeah. HBO Max is getting all the cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they got The Flight Attendant and so many other really fun things.
Yeah, that's getting great reviews too.
I cannot wait to see that. That's next month, right?
Yeah. No.
Well, scream at me, please.
You can watch the first episode for free.
When?
Now.
Oh, it's out.
For everyone. You don't even have to have a subscription.
Oh, because they want to reel people in.
Yeah. And you can go to bingebum.com and click on the story, and you can find the link on how to get there, because off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Very cool.
Yeah.
More HBO Max news, and this is huge. Wonder Woman 1984 is going to hit theaters on Christmas Day, but it's also coming to HBO Max the same day.
Same day.
So if you're an HBO Max subscriber, you can watch it for free. You don't have to go to the movie theater on Christmas Eve. Who wants to go to the movies on Christmas Eve? Not me.
I know that Binge Bum is a young thing, but this is by far the biggest story ever.
That you've put out.
That I've put out.
Yeah.
It got the most hits.
Well, it's huge. I mean, this movie
big news.
Keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. It's finally coming. We're going to get to watch it.
Especially that there's no additional cost involved if you're a subscriber.
And I think we're actually going to be pretty busy on Christmas Day, but maybe you and I can watch it on the 26th.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. And a lot of it was filmed in our old neck of the woods around Washington, D.C. and Arlington, Virginia. Yeah. And it, of course, stars Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Chris Pine is back, even though he died in the first one. And then another Mandalorian here, Pedro Pascal is one of the villains, along with Kristen Wiig. So
nice.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to see Pedro do something without a mask on.
Mask on.
Although everyone should be wearing their masks. Just remember that. Now, you can talk about this now, because now it's time.
But now we're out of the Dolly Parton section.
No, we're back.
But anyway, we watched Dolly Parton's Christmas in the Square last night.
We tried to.
We tried to. It was made well. I'm just not a musical fan.
There's musicals, and then there's musicals. So this is more
like every word was singing.
This is more like an Evita musical. So Evita was all music. There's virtually no talking. And this one is like that. It's all music, 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 nonstop, which is a little much for me.
Yeah.
Plus, it was a little hokey. I know it was kind of cute.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cross between a Hallmark movie.
It was totally Hallmark.
And a musical.
Big time.
But Dolly wrote 14 of the songs for the show, and it was written, directed, and produced by Debbie Allen, who also did the choreography. But my favorite part is because two of my favorite funny women were in this movie. Christine Baranski, who's been in everything. And she can sing.
Yeah.
And she plays a good villain.
Yeah.
She was a good villain in Bad Moms Christmas. She's done it in many movies.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer Lewis from Blackish, the grandmother from Blackish, who's just friggin' she's the only reason I watch Blackish. She's so friggin' funny on that show.
It's always the B characters who are the best characters.
Always. Well, she was in this too. She played the level-headed best friend of Christine Baranski, and we didn't finish it, but it was pretty good. I think we watched about an hour of it. Right?
Yeah,
while we ate pizza.
Yeah. Because we watched Medea's Christmas.
Medea's Christmas, yeah, we did watch that. It was another one that felt like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
but it had Medea
singing.
In it. Right. All right, so we're really digging this. If you guys have Apple TV Plus, which you should, I don't know why you wouldn't have it, because there's some great stuff on there, like the morning show. And if you buy an Apple product, you pretty much get it for free.
Yeah.
They have Oprah has a new series of interviews that she sits down one-on-one with someone and does a long-form interview. And she's got one with Barack Obama, which is so cool because of the technology.
How it was made.
You saw this, right?
Yeah, and I saw the trailer for this interview. I was like, oh, this is nice. But then, like a couple of days later, I saw how they put the interview together.
Right.
Because it never dawned on me that they wouldn't be in the same room.
So she was at home in Santa Barbara, and he was in D.C., I guess, at home.
D.C., yeah.
And it looked like they were sitting in the same room in front of a fireplace. It was pretty
cool. It was like the best green screen I've ever seen.
Yeah. And apparently Drew Barrymore had something to do with this, because the technology that they developed for Drew Barrymore's show so that she could do the same thing on her show, Apple TV Plus and Oprah Winfrey used. And they actually thanked Drew Barrymore and her staff for hooking them up.
Hey, that's cool.
Very cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Drew Barrymore's very first episode, she had her two co-stars from Charlie's Angels,
right.
Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz. And it looked like they were all there together, but they were not.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah,
it's very cool.
This was done very well.
Yeah. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's very enlightening.
Right.
I mean, I like both of them, but
yeah,
we've been busy. I've had to spend time with my frozen turkey and my dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, we do have a watch list on bingebum.com. You can check out our ideas of what you should be watching for Thanksgiving.
But not Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
No.
The Thanksgiving watch list. Yeah. It was our last Friday's list.
Oh, that watch list. Yes.
Yeah.
There's also a holiday streaming guide.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Is the holiday streaming guide up yet?
It is.
Oh, good.
And it's constantly being updated.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to edit that. You sure it's spelled correctly?
No.
Okay. Anyway, Fandango has they're the movie people, right?
Right.
They polled
movie ticket people.
Movie ticket people. They polled 1,000 people about what movies they'll be watching this holiday season. And here are some of the winners, which I agree with most of them.
Yeah.
The top movies to watch for Thanksgiving: Knives Out. I think people just said that because it's a newer movie.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a Thanksgiving movie. There was Addams Family Values, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Grumpy Old Men, Freebirds, which was on my list actually.
Yeah.
Scent of a Woman, which was on my list. Yeah, I guess there aren't really a lot of Thanksgiving.
There's not a lot of
classics,
Thanksgiving
right?
stuff going on. Yeah.
And here are the favorite family-friendly holiday movies. And the number one pick was
Obviously.
Home Alone,
Right.
which is definitely on my list. Elf, The Santa Claus. Is that the one with Tim?
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, where he turns into Tim Taylor. Tim
Allen.
Yeah. Tim Taylor was his name on
Tim
Home
the Cool
Improvement.
Man Taylor.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which I think is wonderful. Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's not a movie. That's a cartoon special. But oh well. They are talking about the movie, the 2000 movie with Jim Carrey, and Christine Baranski, which I actually think is horrible. The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I love. Christmas Story, Polar Express, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That was on last night.
It's always on.
I think it was on because AMC is running like a holiday special forever, and that was on.
And It's a Wonderful Life came in at number 10. That's a horrible movie. I'm the only one on earth that hates that movie, I think, but I just don't like it. Anyway, we can talk about, why don't we save the Christmas ones for...
that is too early. We should need to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about those on another show.
One. Yeah.
Because we are doing 4 episodes of the show in December. No repeats. No repeats. Speaking of Thanksgiving, again, the Peanuts Thanksgiving special did finally broadcast. We talked about this before, that it wasn't going to be on broadcast TV this year.
It was not.
Because Apple TV Plus picked it up.
Right.
They got so much shit for that they decided, oh shit, we better throw it out there for the people.
It's only for a few days.
Well, it's already aired. It aired on PBS this past Sunday night, but it is streaming for free. November 25th through 27th. That's tomorrow through Friday to non-subscribers. So you don't have to have Apple TV Plus. You can watch it
just
for
for
free.
that block of days. Yeah.
They're going to do it again with the Christmas special, the Peanuts Christmas special. It'll be on PBS on Sunday, December 13th at 7:30, and then it'll stream free December 11th through 13th.
Yeah.
But that's it.
And coming February will be Apple TV's first new Peanutsy thing.
Yeah, they're making new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they won't be as good as the originals, but that's okay.
Yeah, but that's where the home is going to be.
Yeah, and they also have Snoopy in Space on Apple TV Plus.
Correct.
If you want to check out Snoopy in Space.
Yeah, and there's a new one coming in February.
Yeah. Anyway. What's the matter?
A dog.
Oh, is there a dog underneath you?
Pestering me.
Game maker Mattel has announced that they're developing the Uno game show. They're bringing their classic Uno card game to TV, along with the producers of The Price is Right. So that'll be fun.
That'd be interesting.
So there'll be an audience, and there'll be 4 teams, and they face off to play Uno, but they're adding some things to it. There'll be some physical challenges and trivia that they also have to do. It's not just about getting bigger numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how to play Uno. You'd have to teach me again.
You have to get down to 0 cards in your hand.
Did you know that Uno came out in 1971? So it's almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was that old. I thought it was a newer game. It's also available in 80 countries around the world. What's funny about that is that more people listen to the Swish Edition than they do have Uno. I'm looking forward to Maya Bialik.
Yeah.
Her new show called Call Me Cat, which is coming to Fox January 3rd.
This is supposed to be pretty good.
This is why I'm so excited about it. Guess who's in it?
Leslie Jordan.
Leslie Jordan, who's so friggin' funny. He was so good on Designing Women. He was so good on Will and Grace. And he's never really had his own show. He was kind of a guest star on those shows.
Right.
Yeah, but now he's a permanent part of this cast,
Right.
along with Swoosie Kurtz, who was the mother on Fat Man and the Elf. What was that show called? Melissa McCarthy's sitcom.
Oh, for the first time in my life,
I found you.
I see love.
I see. Yeah, they were both fat and they fell in love. What's the name of that show? I mean, that was kind of the theme, right? Anyway, she was the crazy drinking, sexed up mother on that. She's been in everything. She's going to be on this show. Cheyenne Jackson's also going to be on it. So anyway, that'll be fun. We are watching. All right, so we have one last thing I want to talk about. We are watching The Mandalorian, of course. Mm-hmm. We've already told everybody that. We're loving it. I think it's better than the first season.
It's really, really.
And each week is like a new movie.
Yeah,
it's like a little movie.
And then after you watch it, you have to go and watch
the behind the scenes,
thing. Yeah,
they did a whole thing with like 5 of the directors, and Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter, who was in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Yeah,
she directed one of the episodes. Really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been really good. And we're still watching A Teacher, which the next episode will be out today on Hulu. But this is where we're actually watching broadcast TV again. We're watching ABC's Big Sky.
We're actually watching on Hulu.
Yeah, are we? Okay, but you know what I mean. It's a broadcast show.
Right.
It's on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m., and it's got Ryan Phillippe and a couple other people. And the first episode, the pilot episode that we watched last week, was really good, and it ended with like a holy shit moment.
Right. I kind of feel like this is one of those shows that's going to get its own podcast.
Yeah. Probably.
It needs one just for that moment.
Right.
If it continues...
Don't give it away.
Oh, I'm not going to give it away.
Because I want people to watch it. The second episode airs tonight, and you can certainly go back and watch the first one because ABC On Demand, or you can watch it on Hulu also.
Super great.
Yeah. So, fun fact, even though it takes place in Montana, it was actually shot in Canada. Everything's shot in Canada. So, anyway. So that's it.
Boots and gets.
That's number 300. What do you think? So we had a visit from Sherry Vine on this episode. We haven't had a guest. We haven't had a guest in a really long time. That was kind of fun. And it's fun. It almost felt like she was in the room because technology is so great these days.
So wonderful.
Right? You're such a dork. So what are you going to do tonight? Are you making me dinner?
Thinking about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited about that. All right, you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll be back next week. We'll start talking about Christmas all the time.
Don't eat the turkey penis.
We've got some giveaways to talk about. Don't eat the what? Turkey penis? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I saw a video online. It was crazy.
You'll have to tell us.
They gave it a little kid a turkey to pick the stuff out, and I guess the neck was in there.
Yeah.
And he thought it was the turkey penis.
Turkey's penis. I did see that. That's funny. Are all turkeys boys? There must be some girl turkeys, right?
There must be.
All right, we'll talk about that next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Dale.
Break it down. Get swishy with it.
Mike and Molly.
Yes, Mike and